Hello to each and every single one of you. My name is Abhiram Mechnambia, and I am an FIE student here at Purdue. Once again, I would like to thank Professor Matt for bestowing us with such a wonderful opportunity to engage in yet another riveting project. I hope all of you are ready because this is going to be an entrancing scientific study entitled Isolation by Environment, or IBE, written by I.J. Wang and G.S. Bradford. Now, this scientific study delves into how the contingent nature of environment is involved in genetic heterogeneity or genetic divergence. In other words, what are the factors that influence or engender such a divergence into an organism in any environment? Now, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Now, before this review was conducted, isolation by distance, or IBD, which is a term coined by Sewell Wright about 78 years ago, ostensibly imputing to the genetic divergence back then. It is a pattern by which genetic variation proliferates over geographic distances. Later studies, however, showed that this is only one of the pivotal components that discern genetic variation. What could the other one be? Between 2005 and 2008, studies showed that environmental differences arise in spatial variation in gene flow across a landscape. Now, subsequently, Wang and Bradburn described isolation by environment, or IBE, as a pattern through which genetic variations ensue on account of other environmental variations such as elevation, humidity, temperature, habitat, etc. Now, this overarching definition encapsulates all of the positive associations between genetic and environmental differences, therefore, keeping in line with Wright's definition. Now, the first question they tacitly raise is what generates IBE? To which they posit four mutually exclusive hypotheses. Number one, natural selection amongst immigrants, the way that organisms develop selective traits in order to thrive in a particular habitat. Number two, sexual selection against immigrants, the divergent sexual selection, where females choose males who can produce offsprings which have more versatile traits. Number three, hybrid fitness, the offsprings which have mitigated fitness traits which don't thrive as much as other organisms in that particular habitat. And number four, bias dispersal, the inclination towards a more providential environment for a species to thrive. Now, Wang and Bradburn acknowledge that this is quite a cumbersome study to conduct because IBE and IBD are both interlinked. Now, to disentangle them, they suggest a sagacious sampling scheme where the sampling is done over a maximized range of geographic and ecological distances with a minimized correlation and a maximized number of sample locations that encompass all four of these hypotheses. Now, to peruse empirical data, they entreat researchers alike to adopt trailblazing statistical techniques like local diff or MEMG, which are Bayesian techniques that easily decipher a spatial variation in gene flow across a landscape. Now, by citing several studies that encompass all four of their hypotheses, what they prognosticated at the beginning of the article turned out to be correct. Natural selection, sexual selection, reduced hybrid fitness, and bias dispersal all generate IBE. Now, IBE is distinct from IBD, which has been the previous foundation for genetic heterogeneity for 71 years. Now, this study of IBE reveals that it will provide new insights into patterns of connectivity and genetic differentiation that stems from thereof. Now, they will have positive and consequential connotations for biology as they enlighten us on how quick organisms respond to ecological change, thereby bolstering our understanding of how ecology shapes the evolution of biological diversity. Now, Wang and Bradburn end by entreating researchers alike to conduct further research on underlying mechanisms that affect IBD. Now, thank you all so much for watching this, and I hope all of you have enjoyed it. Bye for now, and I hope all of you will view my open topic presentation as well. So, thank you.